Maybe you didn't notice, but the number of millionaires in Houston has just gone up by about 50. They are the major league players in town for all of the All-Star festivities. In tonight's Up Close, 11-inch reporter Dave Failing looks at the flip side to big money contracts, the players' special tax, and how you might be in the same league sometime soon.
On the bottom of the ninth inning. Sosa goes deep into right center field. That's going to carry out.
Professional ball players have it pretty good, right?
Not complaining at all. Definitely not complaining. But
Darryl Hamilton
Doesn't believe it.
spent 13 years playing pro baseball for teams in Milwaukee, San Francisco, Denver, and New York. But his home
this is home for me.
Was and still is here in Houston. A beautiful home full of major league memories from a career that earned him millions. But when it came time to pay his income taxes, the memories were more like nightmares.
When, April 15th came around, I had a stack of, 12, 15 different city tax codes, trying to decide how much I had to pay.
And pay he did.
You look at your check stub and you see that half of the money is gone to taxes.
This, even though he lived a good part of the time in Texas, a no-income tax state. Turns out pro ball players are special. They get to pay the Jock tax.
The tax foundation doesn't like the Jock tax very much.
Texas doesn't have a Jock tax, but most states with pro teams do. So when players hit the road, they get hit with the tax. For example, last year's All-Star Game was held in Chicago, and Illinois taxed the Jocks for a total of $45,000. The Red Sox Manny Ramirez paid an estimated $2,500 to Illinois on his one-day salary of $82,000. You could say, hey, they can afford it. Why should they have to pay some tax for that?
That's just not fair because these people are really no different from any other business travelers.
A spokesman for a nonpartisan Washington group that fights for tax simplification told us by satellite that the Jock tax ought to be stopped.
We shouldn't be doing it, even if they are famous, highly paid athletes.
But chances are you're not a multi-millionaire ball player, and even if your work does take you out of state occasionally, surely the tax man wouldn't care. Or would he?
Over the last few years, we've seen the states become much, much more aggressive in going after people who are in their state, even for just a few days.
Robert Martin, an accountant, says some of his Houston clients who are executives and travel to, say, New York on business are getting hit with the Empire State taxes for every day they work there away from home.
Well, the state and the cities take the position that you are using their facilities when you are in that state or city, and therefore you should be paying your fair share.
But it's the pro ball players who seem to be the easiest targets. He is out. Because taxing them may create the least sympathy.
It's outrageous, but, as an athlete, you really can't get on a soapbox and start complaining.
Even if you do feel you've been singled out for a tax most Americans aren't asked to pay. Dave Failing, 11 Up Close.
Now, the only states besides Texas that have major league teams but do not have a Jock tax are Florida, Tennessee, and Washington. Now, if Texas did have a tax like that, the take from tomorrow night's game alone could be as much as $250,000 for the state. That's according to estimates by the Tax Foundation.